Hello, everyone. This is Logan, and I am joined today by Orc War Chief Reviews. We just watched
Hello, my green skin.
Congo. Sorry.
Hello, my green skins.
Hello. We just got done watching Congo as part of Ldeiner Cinema. Actually, I'm going to. Uh. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I am going to. We got done with. What am I thinking? Yeah, we got done watching Congo. I was trying to hide the one element. We got done watching Congo for Ldeiner Cinema. Um, this is a slightly different chain of events where I'm actually a bit more familiar with the movie. Well, I'm not going to say I'm more familiar with the movie than Orc, but I'm more familiar with the movie than I typically would be. Typically, Orc will suggest a movie 9 times out of 10. I've either never seen it and possibly never heard of it, or if I have heard of it, I've probably never seen it. This is one I've heard of, I've seen, and I have some opinions on. So, first of all, why don't we start with you, Orc?
Yes. What's my thoughts on the movie? Well, my thoughts on the movie are very, very mixed. I truly believe that this movie is a product of what is known as the YouTube made this popular.
I think there
I
is
think
some
this is a
truth. Well,
feature.
there's definitely truth to that. Nostalgia Critic specifically made this popular.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for the nostalgic Critic and the other YouTubers that spawned off it, I don't think Congo. I honestly think this movie would have been a slop VHS movie. That's pretty much what it is,
Yeah.
which is like some of my favorite movies are slop movies. For example, the Critters.
This is I've I've said before, a lot of these classics, so bad they're good movies. I'm talking things like The Room or Food Fight or uh, something like that. A lot of those movies, I think, if you actually sit down and watch the movies, you're not going to have a fun time, even if you're just laughing at the movies. Because if you're laughing at the movies, it's probably better to just watch like a clip compilation on YouTube. And I came
I
into this
disagree
kind of
there.
separating Congo from that. And now I don't really. I think like because here's the big thing with Congo. Yeah, there's all the memes. There's the "stop eating my sesame cake," and then there's Bruce Campbell dying in 8 minutes, and then there's fucking Ernie Hudson carrying the entire rest of the movie on his shoulder. Um,
Yeah, he's the main reason to watch that
he's the
movie,
main
and
reason to
that's
watch the
correct.
movie, and even then, you watch like clip compilations. The thing with
The only
Congo,
thing that made
the thing with Congo is it is so poorly paced. Like like the whole thing of like Amy going back to the Congo, that should happen like halfway through the movie or something like that, not like 20 minutes in. So like what
it's all
happens,
over. It's all over the place.
it is
Yeah.
all over the place. What happens is like Bruce Campbell, like I said, dies in the first 10 minutes, presumably because, well, quite literally because they couldn't fucking afford him for any longer than that.
Hmm.
Uh, and then,
Well, it's not that they couldn't afford him.
or they
From what
just
I
chose not
heard,
to pay him.
yeah, yeah, no. He was supposed to have a bigger role, and there's supposed to be like, and that's what did it. That's what set
Yeah.
off the Bruce Campbell situation. He's like, what? And then he read the script, and he's like, well, no, I don't want a bigger role. It's just you go ahead, keep
Oh,
me on the
okay,
head.
yeah.
Yeah. There's rumors that he was pissed off that they were like, because he was apparently from what I've heard, this is all rumors and hearsay. I don't know how truthful this is, but as it's been said, Bruce Campbell apparently was supposed to have Ernie Hudson's job, but then I think things switched about, and he just basically said, "Okay, I'll take the kill," and then
Yeah.
just got his paycheck and left.
Yeah. It's I think it was like a nostalgia critic basically said if you look closely you can see the exact moment that Bruce Campbell exits screen and the check clears.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and it's
Yeah.
sad because I think Bruce Campbell is an amazing.
He is.
I
He
think
would
he's
have
good.
he should
Yeah,
have been in more of the movie. I mean, like if you can figure out how to
well,
make both Bruce Campbell and Ernie Hudson work in the movie and you know,
yeah,
because I don't think
yeah.
I would
Which is
want Ernie Hudson for 8 minutes either. Because, like I said, he carries the entire rest of the fucking movie.
oh, he does. Like I would honestly think I don't think like that's the thing. I he does carry the movie. Every other actor
And
is
Tim
kind of
Curry, and Tim Curry to a degree as well. I mean, Tim Curry
well,
is
Tim
Tim fucking
Curry,
Curry.
like someone said, you always need a little Curry in your diet. And I love Tim
Exactly,
Curry for that.
exactly.
And I love
You you have like a bunch of really good actors. Honestly, I think the thing too is like there's parts of the movie where I don't think they fully understood if they wanted to make like a schlocky B movie or they wanted to actually take it serious. Because I think there were certain points where they kind of tried to take it seriously, and that was really
I
to the
think
detriment of the movie.
they checked out.
I think so too. Because like you have Bruce Campbell, Ernie Hudson, and Tim Curry in a movie. This should be like the
A great
greatest
movie.
B movie fucking schlock fest of all time. Do it in a budget of under
Yep.
$10 million. Fucking, you know,
Mhm.
kind of cheap, low budget thing. Put it out, and people will watch it because it's stupid. And that, and I think
Yeah.
if they would have done that, I don't know if that would have necessarily worked well with the source material because this is based on a book, but you have Bruce Campbell, Ernie Hudson, and Tim Curry in a movie. This should be way stupider than it is, and it has a lot of stupid moments. But
Yeah,
it should they should have
definitely.
embraced the stupidity even more so.
I think this movie is like I said, it's a wasted potential. The sad thing
Yeah,
is,
same
you know
here.
what? For movies, for movies that got kind of fucked over the years, a good example is Straight Through and other movies that existed out there that had interesting moments and interesting budgets and stuff. I don't. I hate this movie, but I don't hate it enough to care. I still think this is a YouTube approach. Like this movie is because YouTube got a hold of it and it
Mm-hmm.
fucking exploded.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great one. I don't think it's a great bad movie. This is when I grab a bad movie, I grab Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
Mortal
fucking yeah.
Kombat is
I
fucking
would even say,
great.
okay, I
That
would
is
even, I don't know how
fucking
hot a
great.
take this is, but Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I would say, is more entertaining in a bad way.
In some ways it is. Yeah, in some ways it
Yeah.
is. And I don't deny that. But I
Mortal
would grab
Kombat
Mortal Kombat.
Annihilation is fucking stupid,
I
and I
would
kind of.
grab.
I,
I would
I feel
grab.
though, like, if I were
Yeah,
to watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation now, I'd probably come away being like, it's not as good as I remember, but I remember it being pretty
I would
funny.
grab. I would grab Judge Dredd with Sylvester
Oh,
Stallone.
hell yeah.
I
Judge
would
Dredd
grab.
is like a perfect so bad it's good movie.
Yeah, exactly. And it's yeah, I would grab them like to a lesser extent Demolition. Demolition is considered a good bad movie. These are movies I would sit down
Yeah.
and watch. And that's what I'm trying to say. If you're gonna have a
I
great
think
movie,
if they would have leaned into. I think if they would have leaned even further in, because this movie, like, this almost, like, this had, like, kind of. It kind of felt like it was trying to be Jurassic Park in periods. Like, Jurassic Park.
It's from the creator of Jurassic Park.
Oh, shit, really? Well, yeah, that'll do it. Like, you get the guy who created Jurassic Park and you put Bruce Campbell, Ernie Hudson, and Tim Curry in the movie. It's gonna be kind of a mishmash.
I think if I remember correctly, Congo had people thinking that this was going to be a Jurassic Park movie, and that's why I think it had like it is a blockhouse bomb, but it was like people were looking.
Yeah, I think that's probably. I think that's kind of what they were going for. Is they were trying to like bank off of Jurassic Park's success.
I don't know if this came out before or after Jurassic
It
Park.
came
But I
out
was very
after. It
excited.
came out a couple of years
Oh,
after. I think
yeah.
Jurassic Park was like 92 and this was 95.
Yeah. So overall, what do you think? What do you want to rate this thing? Because the music's mediocre.
I would rate it a 5 out of 10 because it's half a good movie.
I I rate this a 3. Like this is something that I was like, oh thank God I can delete this from my
Yeah.
search information. Like I don't think I had the
You're
VHS for
you're
this.
just gonna like
And
clear your search history. Like the FBI doesn't need to know that I'm watching this movie.
yeah, I feel like I got put on the list.
Yeah,
I got put on the
they put you on
I got put
they put
somewhere.
you on the Congo list. Like what?
Yeah.
What? Another Congo?
That's
Another
where
Congo caper? That sick bastard.
yeah, so someone watched Congo on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's problematic.
Oh.
No.
Man,
Yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah.
man. Congo
See,
alert.
see,
Sick
see,
bastard.
you could you could say the most horrible shit on Twitch, but the second you're watching Congo on Twitch, you're
Oh no, no, no,
already
no. That's.
that gets you
I mean, you
you're
may as
criminal on this
well.
point.
You may as well be inciting
Yeah,
terrorism at that point because the movie already does a great job at that.
yeah, but they like that on Twitch,
Yeah.
so they like that. They enjoy it.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Terrorism. Terror
yeah.
wins them.
Terror wins it on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, a 3 for me. It's something I. The sad thing is every person in that movie, I would watch in a separate movie.
Yeah.
The thing with Tim Curry is either he's better as a voice. I actually would go as far as saying he's a better voice actor than he is a fundamentally
I can see
a
that, but
actual.
also, I mean, like, we can't take away Rocky Horror Picture Show, one of his best roles, so.
I would say his best role is the movie Clue. That is fucking amazing. That is actually probably
I
the best
still need to watch
Tim
Clue.
Curry
The cool thing
role.
about Clue is it apparently has, like, 5 different endings.
3 or 4, I think.
3 or 4, depending on, and like, depending on what day you came to it in the theater, you would get a different ending.
different ending. I know, which was fucking cool. Like they don't.
Yeah, that is like
when you talk
that is like
about,
some Hitchcock. That is like a Hitchcock like kind of gimmick right there.
like back in the day, you know what? That is the one thing you're talking about innovation.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you put asses back in the cinemas. Do something cool
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, do stuff like that, or have it that you can actually vote for the winning, for the ending for the movie.
I've seen like there were some movies that did that. I forget what the movie was called, but there was something that did that, and then they like turned it into a DVD game like years later.
Yeah, there's a comic that did that. The Death in the Family, which unfortunately ended up turning out to be fake, because what ended up happening is one of the people who worked at DC Comics at the time hated Robin so fucking much he skewed the fucking vote.
Wow.
So apparently the guy who worked on The Death of the Family, one of the greatest movies of all time, one of the greatest most tragic deaths, Death of Robin, legitimately was somebody actually cheated the fucking system. It's classy. It's absolutely classy.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, that's the best way to put it. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's sad to see these actors that are really good, die. It's very similar to Samuel L. Jackson in Blue Sky. There's another one. There's another decent movie that's actually kind of funny. Blue Sea or Blue Sky, the one where he gets eaten by the shark. That's a fun bad movie.
Yeah. Well, Samuel L. Jackson, you're either going to get a genuinely good movie or you're going to get, like, something so bad it's good. There's really no in-between with, or you're just going to get a genuinely shitty movie like the Star Wars movies. But
yeah. You're either going to get a really fun action movie or you're going to get hardcore shit.
Yeah.
That's the way to put it. No, but thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess you sound us off there. Well, look, I think we said everything we need to say.
Yep. Thank you guys
Good.
for watching. Bye, everyone.